Hey everyone, welcome to a new video. My name is Chris Wane. 2 years ago, I started dropshipping random stuff like cat iPhone cases and random sort of school bags for kids. And after multiple failed attempts, I finally cracked it. And now my businesses have generated over $1 million in sales. Myself and a bunch of other dropshippers are working with Oberlo to create the ultimate product recommendations playlist for 2020. We've all built 6 and 7 figure dropshipping businesses and we want to help you do the same. A new year means a new opportunity for you to change your life. So we've all come together and we've all created a list of winning product recommendations for 2020 that you can start dropshipping with Oberlo right now. All of our product recommendations are going to be launched on the exact same day within the same playlist. So once you've done watching this video, make sure you go and check out all their videos as well, because that will give you the ultimate product kickstart to get your business up and running in 2020. So that being said, let's get into it. Now I've been in your shoes. I know how difficult it is to start a business like this. I know how difficult it is to find 6 and 7 figure winning products. Luckily, I've found about 5-6 figure winning products in the last 2 years now, but I've also found a bunch of 5-figure products as well. And those 5-figure products, even though people don't talk about them that much, do really make a difference and it can really grow your business. So don't always focus on trying to find that big golden winning products, because the smaller ones that bring in a nice amount of profit can still really help you and can really still change your life. But it doesn't really matter how many products I found. This is about you. This is about you finding products. And because I know how difficult it is, this is one of the reasons why I've decided to do this playlist with Oberlo as well, is because I want to help you out. I want to help you find products. So I'm going to be recommending 5 products that I think could potentially be winners in 2020. But what I want you to do is I don't want you to exactly take the products that I'm recommending. What I want you to do is look at the thought process behind the products that I'm recommending. Because there's going to be a lot of people that see this video, and if you all decide to go with the same products, there's going to be a lot of competition. So try and go for products that use the same criteria that I'm going to talk about in this video, because that is key. If you can find your own winning products using this criteria, then you're going to be one step ahead of everybody else. So try and think about the criteria that I'm using. Think about why I picked these products, not necessarily the product itself. So the first product that I want to recommend is this Fingerprint Key Lock. Now, the reason I decided that this would be a really good product to sell was because it solves a massive problem for people who lose keys for locks. A lot of people do that. You don't have to fumble around in your bag looking for a key. You can just use your finger. But it also has a mass market appeal. This could be sold to so many different people, so many different audiences. It gives you a really, really sort of broad range to target, and it makes the whole advertising process of this a lot easier. The product itself, proven winner. It's got 8,000 orders on this particular seller. It's got 4.8 out of 5 reviews, which is really good. And the seller itself is actually really positive. They've got a really good seller rating. So that's something I always look for when I'm looking at products, is the seller good enough as well? The product itself comes with a really nice video, which makes it so much easier for you to market. It's really professional looking, and you can definitely take this and adapt it and create your own kind of marketing campaign. Another reason why I picked this product is because you can get a decent margin on it. You're picking this up for £11 here, but you could be selling this for 30. Quite easily sell this for £30. When it comes to targeting interest for this type of product, I would probably look at going as a completely broad audience as one option. So pick your countries, leave your ages completely open, probably set this to English. And then I'd probably just leave one ad set completely open like this. Just see what kind of data you get, because at the end of the day, it's a padlock. A lot of people can use padlocks. A lot of people can make use of them. So, it could be anybody. There doesn't necessarily need to be particular interests, but I would test interests alongside it as well. I would test things that people would use as padlock for. So people maybe who are into cycling, cyclists, any of these kind of interests here I would be looking at, because cyclists, lock up the bike. So padlock on the bike would be good. Anyone that's into, probably say something along the lines of DIY, if they have tools, they have a shed that they lock up, you could use that padlock on the shed. There's a number of different sort of interests you can really target with this. It's all about trying to look at what types of people would be into this product. Who would make use of it? What would they be using that product for? What's that lock going to be used for? And if you can think of those types of people and those behaviors, they're the ones that you need to be targeting when it comes to Facebook. My second product recommendation is this baby nasal aspirator. So this is a nose cleaner for babies. So when a baby gets a blocked nose, gets a cold, and the nose is all stuffy, usually what people do is get a tissue and just start squeezing the nose. Start squelching the nose, because the babies are too young to know to blow through their nose. So you end up just squelching it around, and it makes a bit of a mess. Whereas this aspirator, what it does, it actually sucks the mucus out of the nose. Now, it's not pretty, it's not a nice product, but it solves a massive problem. If you've got a young child, I personally don't, but if you had a baby and you had an issue, I can imagine this being a big problem. So having something like this, just a click of a button, sucks out the mucus out of the nose without any pain, then that seems like a really big winner, And again, mass market appeal on a product like this. It comes in a bunch of different colors, which is really good. And if we just look at the video, it's got a good video, shows the product off a little bit, shows you how to use it, how it's all put together. The flexible tip as well, showing that they're going to be pain free to the baby. And then, so that's just sucking up a little bit of gunk. And it's really easy to dispose of. You just unscrew it and pull the cap away and wash it out, and it's done. So it's a really simple product, but it solves a massive problem, and it has a mass market appeal. So these are the two of the biggest criteria that I look for in a winning product is does it have a mass market appeal, and does it solve a problem? If you can pick those two, that's a really, really good foundation for a winning product. And again, if we're looking at the ratings, it's got 4.7 out of 5, which is good. It's had almost 5,000 orders, so it is selling. It's got a good video, solves a problem, mass market appeal. And if you use the right video on this, it could have a wow factor as well. If you have a baby appearing on a video, then that's going to catch people's eyes, because it just does, because it sort of invokes an emotion in people. So having a baby within a video and having, this showing the problem being solved would be a really, really great marketing angle. From an advertising point of view, what I would look at is I would look at doing things along the lines of new parents. So you could do a 0 to 12 months new parents, and then create another ad set for age 1 to 2, because this product here actually is suitable for ages 0 to 6 years old. So you could actually go a little bit higher on this. You could even go parents of preschoolers, 3 to 5. Test different things like that. Test people who are interested in parenting, people who are pregnant. You could even probably just test this completely wide open, because generally speaking, most people know somebody who's pregnant or someone who's just had a baby. It's quite a common thing. So people could be buying this as a gift for people they know who just had a baby. So I wouldn't narrow this completely down to just the parents. I would look at trying to, expand it a little bit and get more of an audience in there. But targeting something like this is really, really simple. You can start looking at, parenting magazines, childcare websites, children's clothing, children's toys, anything like that. You could target anything to do with babies and small children. You could look at sort of targeting this product too, and it would work really well. My third product recommendation is another problem-solving product. You're probably seeing a bit of a pattern here. This is for people with neck pain. This neck brace here heats up, and it gives you basically therapy around the neck, and it solves the pain within your neck. Again, a massive problem solver that's got a mass market appeal. A lot of people suffer with neck pain, especially in the world where we're all just sat at computers all day. A lot of people suffer with, posture and things like that. And that's one of the reasons why the posture corrector did so well, was because it helps people, it corrects that problem. So having something like a neck brace, this neck warmer element that corrects neck pain, is going to be a really good winner as well. And what's really good about this is you can buy it really cheap. So you're buying this brace for 82 pence, which is like $1. So you could easily be selling this for $14.95, $19.95, even $20, $30 pounds. You could be selling it as that high, and that's some really, really decent product margins in there. And as you can see, it is selling over $4,000 on here, 4.7 out of 5 review. If we just scroll down a little bit, really, really detailed sort of description here. So it tells you who this is suitable for. So you could even use this within your targeting, people who are in these sort of situations. You could look at targeting. You could use this within your product descriptions as well. Start making things. Do you have these problems? If you do, then you need this product. It will solve these problems. Gives you how to use it. There's a lot of really good sort of pictures here to do with neck pain and twisting and things like that you can use on your site. And there's a lot of information about how this works, a lot of, corrective kind of images that you can use. And it's going to be really easy for you to market this with these types of products. Shows you how it's all set up, how it's all working. And I think with the people who suffer from neck pain, this could be a really, really good product for them. Now, this particular product doesn't have a video on it, which causes a little bit of a problem. But what you could do is you could get this product sent to yourself and maybe even hire someone on Fiverr to actually show this, or even get someone in your family to wear it so you can record them on your phone and create a video around this, because you want to show somebody basically struggling with their neck and then this correcting the issue. Show them the problem solving aspect of this product and look to sell it that way. When it comes to the targeting side of it, again, I would look at doing a broad audience. I love broad audiences because, with products like this, it could affect anybody anywhere. So having a broad audience means you can collect data from Facebook and then start to use custom audiences and lookalike audiences to really, really narrow down that audience and find the very specific one that you want to make the most purchases for. When it comes to interests, I'd probably be looking at something along the lines of neck. You could probably do neck, things like joints, old age, vertebrae, anything kind of to do with massages and spinal cords, things like that, health and wellness. All these different recommendations here from Facebook, I would be looking at trying to test to see kind of what we can get. So, if you look at massage here, you've got 217 million people in massage, 68 million people in joint. There's massive audiences in these that you can look at targeting. You've just got to test these audiences and figure out which one is the most profitable ones out of them all. And my fourth product is a little bit different. This one doesn't necessarily solve a problem, but it does have a massive wow factor and it does have a mass market appeal. And I'm talking a huge mass market appeal. And that's these marble AirPod Pro case covers. So as you can see here, you've got all these sort of different designs that you can have that put over your AirPods. And there's a lot of people out there with AirPods. It's a massive product in the market, but they all come in those white or black kind of cases. So having something that allows you to customize it with your own kind of style and your own personality, like these different ones here, is going to be huge. Now, I know things like leopard print and marble are absolutely huge. So all these different designs you could look at trying to sell. And people like to customize their products. They like to put their own stamp on things that they buy. So having something like this that can customize a product that is so popular and as popular as Apple AirPods, then it could be a really, really, really big winner for you. As you can see here, it's got over 4,000 orders. And the thing about these, because of the way they've done the pictures, they're really, really eye-catching. You don't have to do anything crazy when it comes to a video. You could look at just doing photos on this, or a carousel ad even. And you could look at just putting out these, and the people would click on this just because of how they look. You don't have to explain this product. You don't need to do a video to it. You could just literally run this as a carousel ad and it could work really well. Now, the targeting for this is probably going to be very obvious. You want to target people who are interested in Apple products, sort of anything to do with Apple, really, any sort of different kind of variation of it, because anyone who generally has Apple products, there's a good chance they're going to have AirPods or some variation. So it's worth going through and just testing a bunch of different Apple interests on here. Just look through the suggestions, see what they've got. If I just put Apple Inc., probably would be the best one. 434 million there on Apple Inc. If I just take out Apple products. Yes, you've got all these: Apple Store, iOS, Apple Music. That's probably going to be a good one. You could even probably target something like Spotify, anything to do with music. You could probably look at, because think about what people are going to be using AirPods for. They're not going to be having AirPods just to have them. They're going to be listening to music on it a lot. So, this type of product would be really good for people who are interested in music as well. I probably would go even as far as limiting it to just people who use iOS. So when you come down to your placements, I would edit my placements. And I would set this to be probably just mobile. And then just down here, it's all mobile devices. I'd probably just do iOS devices only. It's entirely up to you. You could try whatever you think works best. You could leave it completely open and then just use the data to figure out where your purchases are coming from. They could come from this, or it could be both. You never know. And that's one of the things I try and tell people is don't assume anything. Test all different angles, because you never know what's going to work until you've tested it. Now, my final product is probably something that you've seen quite regularly, and that is a power bank for your mobile phones. Now, this isn't as uncommon as probably the other products on my list, but this product is absolutely killing it. It's got 67,000 orders on here, and it's quite cheap for you to buy as well. And you could easily sell this for £30 very, very easily. But 67,000 orders with a 4.8 rating. This product is absolutely killing it because it has so many different sort of options. You've got all these different USB outputs, Type-C inputs, micro inputs, and then the video itself is a really good video. It looks really professional, really clean, really crisp, really eye-catching. You want to stop people on their feed. You want to catch them as they're scrolling down, and these types of videos really do that. And that's why this product's doing so well, because it's an eye-catching product. It solves a massive problem and it has a mass market appeal. This pretty much is suitable for anybody with a mobile phone. So, that's pretty much everybody in today's age. So these types of products, even though there's a lot more competition for them, they are always really, really good to test, really good to try and go with. If you can create a store around this product that puts you as a market leader in this product, there's a very good chance you can make a lot of money off it. When it comes to testing, again, I would look at a broad audience with this because, it is suitable for everybody, but I would also test other interests, something along the lines of mobile accessories, or then look at something along the lines of, say, charging. So we've got battery charger might be one that you could look at. Think about the types of people that would be interested in using this product. Maybe people who are going hiking. If they're going hiking and for a while and the battery might run out, maybe they need a power bank to charge their phone back up. So, you could actually target people who are interested in certain activities that might need it. So you go for people who are interested in hiking trails. That's 15 million. It's a little bit more sort of out there and it's a different option for you to try. I'd obviously try all the obvious ones first, but you can also go for things like this where people are going to be using this product in particular environments because they're the sort of audiences that might not necessarily get targeted with these types of products as much as everything else. You got to think, if anyone's going to be trying to sell a mobile phone charger to an audience, they're going to be targeting things like mobile accessories or Apple products or Samsung products. That's just the obvious interest to target, but that's where most of the competition is. If you think of an audience like hiking trails, where the person might actually need that product whilst they're on a hike, there's more chance of that audience not really seeing that much of that product and therefore more likely to click it and buy it from you. So you have to try and find audiences that aren't necessarily going to be competitive, but also audiences that are still going to want that product. And that's kind of key when it comes to the targeting side of it. So those are my product recommendations for 2020. Hopefully what you take away from this video isn't necessarily just the products themselves, but the thought process and the criteria behind those products that I choose to make me think they are going to be winners. There's certain criteria that I've gone through in this video and certain targeting techniques that will allow you to be more successful with this if you are struggling to find products. All of these products were found on Sell the Trend. If you haven't seen Sell the Trend, I have done a video about it, so make sure you go and check that out as well. The link to it is in the description. So if you want to see more about Sell the Trend, if you want to learn more about it, make sure you go and check that out. Don't forget, now that you've watched this video, you can go and watch the other product recommendations from all the other successful dropshippers. The playlist is available right now, so you can go and check their videos out as well. But hopefully you found this video useful. If you did, please drop me a like, subscribe if you're new, and hopefully you'll go into 2020 and you'll absolutely smash it. If you have any questions about this video, please drop me a comment down below. I am still answering everything, but I think that's the end of this one. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll catch you in the next one.